podcast is over.
I just need a little window for my hair.
So annoying. Do you have a solid soap?
I have not written it down, but I do have it. Wait, what'd you say?
Window for your hair.
What would you call that? A hole? It's a window. Open window. I just need to buy some Crocs. And I need to spend money on this. How much are Sun Devils jerseys?
I had this jersey for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they change their logos and their colors all the time.
So
This is like
to get that specific one, I have to pay some money from some eBay.
probably do.
you have to go back in time.
Yeah, like you have to know the year that it got released and.
Yeah.
This was like before I went to ASU.
Dang, that's a long time.
Yeah. Jesse just wants to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wishes he was you.
Well, the first thing he could do is get rid of his Pacific Rim
Oh,
merch.
Not in your dreams. We also watched the movie. He hadn't seen it in a while. He's like, and I told him, I was like, some of my friends don't like this movie. He goes, how do you not like this movie? He goes, this is so good.
It's so bad.
He was just like in awe, like a little kid.
You guys are family for a reason.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned it. Besides my mom and my dad, he's my biggest inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty gay. But isn't John a woman's name? All right. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay. The Half-Blood Prince.
Such the cool title.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I wonder how you're gonna spin this one when you go to edit the podcast.
Oh.
The last one he called the Chamber of Requirements. So this one, you're just gonna have the Half-Blood Chamber.
a chamber half full.
The Chamber of Half-Full Princes.
Half full of blood.
Were you knowing like how we feel about these movies and what we've said about going further and further? How were you a little excited about this one?
Based on the last one, I was more excited.
Mm.
Yeah, based on the last one, I was more
Mhm.
excited.
How do you feel about this one, Albert?
I like this one a lot. It transitions into a more serious story for me.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Which is surprising that it's a PG rating.
Yeah, it got some good horror in here, some spooky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's very dark too.
Yeah,
in
some
every
scenes I
aspect.
couldn't even see.
Literally, it was
What?
dark.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Oh, let me turn mine too.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and get into the details then. It's directed by David Yates. The tagline is, "Once again, I must ask too much of you, Harry." Not really a
These-
tagline.
Not really taglines.
Not really a
It's a
tagline.
quote.
Just basically a quote from Dumbledore. It has a budget estimated at $250 million. Released July 15th, 2009. Runtime 2 hours and 33 minutes. Rated PG. Even though there's like horror and blood and
Naked zombies.
dead
Yeah,
Dead.
and dead.
like a stone.
Undead.
It's streaming on Max right now. It is in fact that's where I watched it.
Yeah,
I think these two watched it on Vudu.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into our Sell That Sip. It's a 6-word summary of the movie.
You seem very hesitant.
Because we also have our magical girl sip, so
You want to do that first?
we should probably do that first.
Oh, okay.
So this was sent by our biggest fan. At least that's what they said in the letter. They didn't really give much details about who they were.
Yeah,
Inaro.
I couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah. Thanks for showing us support. You know.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, my turn. It's been a while.
Nice.
His hands are so big that he has to use only two fingers.
It was very hard.
That's never mind.
Yeah, that's definitely what she said. I don't know anything about this other than it has a magical girl on it.
There you go.
Oh, it's
And
just like
it
the.
smells bad.
It's the same soda
Smells bad.
brand that where I brought the other Sailor Moon soda.
Oh,
You said it smells bad.
I think it smells bad.
What's the flavor? Ocean bomb, lychee.
Leche?
No. Leech, blood. That's the connection. I'm just kidding.
Hinaro sucking off our fame.
Yeah, it does not smell good. It smells like Scotch tape.
Taste is a little better than the smell.
Yeah, tastes okay.
It smells like Scotch tape and like bug spray or pesticides or something.
It's really mild.
It almost tastes like a little whiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a weird.
Like a fermented fruit.
Yeah.
I'd give it a. Honestly, I'd give it a 1 out of 5 for the smell, 2 out of 5 for the taste.
I don't know. It just tastes like something you would use to kill bugs. So I'm gonna give it a 1 as well.
Oh, okay. I kind
Compared to all the other things that we drink that you kill bugs with.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
of give it like a 2.
A 2.
Yeah, I can barely taste the lychee,
Leche.
and I usually like it. So
Lychee. I like the
Lychee
little
leche.
eyeball fruit. It's like a little eyeball.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's actually get into our salad sip now. 6-word summary of the movie. Go ahead, Albert.
Okay, mine is Dumbledore passes the torch to Harry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yep.
Mine is sometimes you need a little luck.
Nice.
I just really like that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole sequence.
Yeah.
When he fakes giving it to Ron.
No. When he actually takes the.
Oh, and he's actually like he's happy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
He just shouts it at them.
All right. Here goes mine. Half blood, half magical, half cringe.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the cringe part for you?
All the romantic stuff sucked in this movie.
Mm.
I just felt like it took away from what little plot there was in this movie.
I feel like I liked it because I wanted the characters to feel like kids,
Teenagers.
Yeah.
teenagers, and teenage romance is cringe.
Yeah, it's cringe, but it just felt like it was
Your teenage
badly
romance
acted.
was cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as bad as this.
No,
Not
it
as bad
was
as
worse.
this.
It was pretty bad.
No.
I remember some of the messages you'd send me. I was just like, this guy.
I mean, like I feel like it was well acted in a cringe way.
I agree.
No. Well acted in a cringe way is the Amazing Spider-Man. That's
I don't
well acted in
agree.
a cringe way.
don't
That was
agree.
not cringe. It was very.
That was
I
just
think-
bad.
Yeah.
No. This
Wait, which Spider-Man?
the
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone.
Okay, I feel like that's different, but
It's way there's chemistry actually in this movie that feels like there's no chemistry maybe between Ron and Hermione, and that's just slightly.
I feel like that's purposeful.
Yeah.
You're meant to see that chemistry there and not with Lavender in the first place.
Yeah, I definitely that, but like even I don't know. It just felt like all the romantic scenes were distracting me from the movie I was supposed to be watching.
Okay.
Yeah. This was very weird in tone.
Okay.
Yeah, unbalanced in my opinion. But I also like Pacific Rim, so what do I know? I watched that yesterday, and I thought Mako and Raleigh had better chemistry than
I
this.
don't know about that.
I kind of, I can actually agree with that point, though.
Mako and Raleigh?
No. No, about, like, the romance taking away from
From the story.
the story. Because in the book, they spend a lot more time going through, like, past memories through the pensive and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have
They could have spent more time on some of the mysteries and some
I
of
agree.
the, like, crucial elements.
Yeah, Dumbledore figured it out with Harry.
I heard something totally different, but we'll continue on.
Okay.
I wonder what you heard because I heard
yeah.
Albert so
Oh,
clearly.
I thought I enunciated. Just
Yeah, I heard you, and I'm like further from you.
Repeat what you said. Dumbledore figuring out.
figuring it out with
Figuring
Harry.
out. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
Not fingering it out.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I was like, what the heck? My ears need to be checked.
Let's go ahead and rate this.
Yeah.
Out of 10 cursed necklaces.
All right.
Albert,
I give this a
do you want me to read your ratings?
yes.
Okay. Sorcerer's Stone. Albert has it a 7. Chamber of Secrets 7.5. Prisoner Azkaban 10. Goblet of Fire 8. Order of the Phoenix is 7.5. And the Half-Blood Prince.
I feel like it's a 7.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Me?
No, I'll go next. I have the Sorcerer's Stone as a 7. Chamber of Secrets as a 7.5. Prisoner of Azkaban as a 10. Goblet of Fire as an 8. Order of Phoenix as an 8. And Jesse convinced me to lower my rating to a 6.
Well, you had a 7 originally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesse. Sorcerer's Stone 5. Chamber of Secrets 5.5. Prisoner of Azkaban 7.5. Goblet of Fire 6. Order of Phoenix an 8. And the Half-Blood Prince as a
4.5.
oof.
It was
Oh,
not.
man.
This was so. I like slow burn movies, but I think it was slow. I didn't really care for the action.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care for the consequences of this movie, and the romance was really. I just wanted to leave my living room. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah. If I saw this in theaters like today, I would walk out of this movie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Or if I can find a fan cut that maybe takes out more of the romance
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the deleted scenes they can re-add to like add some details, I would watch that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like you should relate to this type of romance.
nah.
The
Knowing.
high school romance.
Yeah, like literally knowing. No, me personally knowing you, I'm just like, this was you. You were worse.
Well, maybe it was so bad I forgot everything. Maybe.
Okay. Characters. I didn't see any trivia that was interesting.
The young Tom Riddle is the nephew of actual Tom Riddle
Oh, nice.
of Voldemort. Yeah, they have same last name. So Fiennes,
Yeah.
Fine, yeah, same last name.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's cool.
Okay.
That's pretty good trivia.
Yeah, that is actually. Daniel Radcliffe as Harry, Rupert Grint as Ron, Emma Watson as Hermione, Michael Gambon as Dumbledore, Jim Broadbent as Professor Horace Slughorn, Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy, the secondary antagonist, and Alan Rickman as Severus Snape,
Mm.
the Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, spoilers.
Oh no! Whoops.
People had so much time to read or watch this.
2009 when the movie came out. Okay, let's go
It's
ahead
like
and
the
talk.
biggest spoiler when the books came out.
What?
When the book came out, it was like the biggest spoiler that people.
Oh, that he was the Half-Blood Prince. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the other thing.
I
that,
think.
that Snape does.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
okay,
was
that
just that thing.
That
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
At the time, online, it
Yeah.
was like huge that people were spoiling it for others.
Huh.
Shake my
It
head.
was bad.
Yeah.
At the time, I wasn't really
It was like
on the
the
internet that much, so.
Mm-hmm.
it was like the Force Awakens spoiler. that people spoiled.
Not as big. No,
Not as big?
Not when I was into it.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, this
Harry Potter or
wasn't
Star Wars.
as big.
No, Harry Potter was bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I felt like the Force Awakens spoiler. I just think people were just more crazier now. giving death threats over stuff like that. But
I mean, people were doing that for Harry Potter too.
really, for real?
Yeah.
What?
You gotta think about the time too. Like
That's crazy.
the
It's
amount
just a
of users
movie.
on the internet compared to.
It's just a movie.
Well, back then it was just a book.
Yeah.
It was bad then.
Well, I
too.
mean, people do some crazy stuff over books.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's talk about the movie. Likes, dislikes, everything in between. Other than the cringe, what did you not like about the movie? Other than having to watch your romance.
Nah, it's not my romance.
I think I
Jesse
agree
was
with
pretty
you that it
bad.
didn't pertain to the plot much,
Yeah.
but I feel like it was important for us to try to connect with these characters.
Yeah, I can see that, but I feel like just some of it is unnecessary. Like the part when Harry's at the diner or that little coffee shop, like, and he's just trying to flirt with this girl. I know he's like always in danger, always like in a negative situation, but it was just kind of weird. And then Dumbledore just steals him away.
Why was it weird?
It's just, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't seem like, well,
He doesn't care that he's in danger. He doesn't think he's in danger.
no. Voldemort was like, the last movie was Order of the Phoenix. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Voldemort just like possessed him for like 30 seconds. He's like fully out there.
He's,
His Death
he's a young,
Eaters.
brash teenager.
Just some of the dialogue is just kind of goofy in that scene. Like, who talks like that? 11. Well, maybe I wasn't gonna ask that. Like,
I mean, like that for me, she's hoping for that,
she's hoping, yeah,
and they're teenagers,
yeah.
and it's supposed to be awkward.
Yeah, it's just the dialogue was just weird. It could have been a little bit different.
Sure.
And then, is there any lead up to the Jenny Weasley romance at all? Like very briefly,
Yes.
maybe.
Throughout the movies, Ginny acts awkward around
Yeah,
Harry.
but I thought he was trying to go with that. What's her name? Cho. What's her name?
Yeah,
Chang.
but she betrayed the order in the last movie. So their relationship kind of.
Yeah, he's not interested in her. Even if she was cursed and she really doesn't,
Yeah.
not fully at fault, but still, she is stigmatized.
I guess. I just feel like there's more connection there than there was with any of the characters that happen to like attract Harry in this movie. But I don't know, the romance just doesn't do it for me. And the action at the beginning, I was like, wait, why are they suddenly starting to attack? Oh, what's her name? Beatrix or Bellatrix?
Bellatrix.
Bellatrix was released last movie or the movie before?
Last movie.
Last movie? Or the
last movie? Yeah,
last movie?
Fifth movie,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, so they killed Sirius Black, and now all the Death Eaters are like
Released.
together.
Yep.
So now they can start wrecking stuff in the Muggle world. Okay, all right. I just thought it was kind of weird. I was like, this is a random timing for just destruction, but I don't know how shortly after this. Oh, this is next year. This is the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
For the
Beginning
movie?
of next school year.
Yeah. So he just waited like a summer to gather energy. I don't know.
I mean, like
You're assuming that they weren't already doing this stuff like after the end of the last movie.
right?
Okay.
Like they were talking about in the beginning of the movie. People have been disappearing.
Oh
People are getting recruited.
yeah. They're trying to recruit Slughorn.
Slughorn?
Yeah.
Right. And that's continuation off of the middle of the last movie as well.
Yeah.
Like the Order's also trying to recruit because Voldemort is also trying to recruit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it's also weird, and this is like a very minor complaint, that it seems like every other movie you see Voldemort like in snake form, and then he just is not there. Like his minions are just doing stuff, and he's not involved.
He doesn't have to be involved
Yeah, I just feel like
He's the mob boss.
because right now his name is strong enough
yeah,
to be used.
yeah.
That he doesn't have to be there physically.
But isn't his whole goal, especially Does he know about the prophecy now?
Yes.
Okay. Like you would want that to be completed as soon as possible.
He might know exactly what the prophecy is since it's broken, but
Yeah.
he knows of its contents.
Okay.
That's why he wanted it in the first place.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Um where does Dumbledore take Harry the first teleportation?
Into
He takes it into to go
neighborhood.
Slughorn.
Yes.
This way, you go see him. They recruit him because he can't resist having Harry in his little
Collection of
students.
Yep.
So that's how they get him, which is smart. Is smart, but he could have just threatened him like, "Give me your memory." Maybe it's not that easy because
No.
It
He-
obviously isn't that easy because he tampered with it.
yeah, he tampered with it, so he'd be getting that false memory again or something.
Uh-huh.
So okay, so.
And Dumbledore's not that type of person.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I feel like Dumbledore does some questionable stuff.
Well, yes, but
Questionable, but like not over the line.
right.
Maybe.
Dumbledore is one to do things. I feel like inadvertently,
Yeah. Okay.
inadvertently getting Harry into trouble.
Yeah.
Inadvertently, or
Let's just let you do this whole
yeah,
tournament so we can figure out what's going on.
right. He intentionally lets other people do things.
Yeah, but he never does anything
himself.
purposeful to harm
Yeah.
another person. Okay. That I know of yet.
Right.
Um, and then they go back to Hogwarts,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. This movie for me, like, I was tired, but I've been tired for the other Harry Potter movies. But this movie is even less memorable than the other stuff.
I think a big thing was they tried to include a lot more school life
Yeah,
into this movie.
yeah. Slughorn's the potion teacher now, so
Uh-huh.
it pushes Snape where he should be, where he should have been this whole time,
Where he's wanted,
where he's wanted. Yeah,
but they don't show much of
obviously.
him teaching. That.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting, but I thought the title of this movie, and we can get into the spoiler. I think we just spoiled it. The title of this movie, I think, is very wrong for this movie. I don't know why. I just felt like the reveal at the end, like who the Half-Blood Prince is,
Mm-hmm.
it's like one line, and like you name the whole movie after that. It's kind of weird. In the book, maybe it's different.
It's very different.
But he has like the book with him the entire time.
Yeah, yeah.
Harry almost idolizes this person in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first book, and in the movie, it's the first time that he hears about this individual, or
Yeah.
does he have like hints here and there in the books, or is this
No,
the
this
first
is-
time?
This is the first time
Okay.
Yeah.
because it's not like a well-known thing. It's just a nickname that
It's
Snape.
a self-imposed title.
Yeah.
that-
Oh, okay. So it's not even like a official like Prince title.
Correct.
It's just
yeah. It's
okay.
Snape being a cringy, edgy teenager naming
Yeah.
himself Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's even less impactful then. But
But that's why it's funny.
That's
to
why it
me,
is impactful.
because Harry idolizes this person. He's wondering
Mm.
why he named himself Half-Blood Prince, and in the end, it was Snape the whole time.
if you could give this movie a different subtitle, would you? And what would it be?
I don't think so. Just because like we see how Harry is with the book.
Yeah.
He's constantly reading it, constantly like learning from it.
He's
Yeah.
holding it the whole movie.
Yeah.
And
Literally,
and then the
yeah.
books.
He's like really possessive of it. Yeah.
Like it's his identity this whole school year.
It
So-
didn't even matter like who the Half-Blood Prince was.
Yeah.
It could have.
It could have been Voldemort.
It literally could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been anyone. But it's mostly because we're trying to figure out the mystery of like where this book came from, like
Yeah.
who this person is, and so
Yeah, and like and other people know in the movies and books that like books can be possessed and
Yeah.
cursed. And
Objects can be too, like
yeah.
the necklace
Yeah,
and
and everyone's worried about that except for Harry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you just click no.
Oh.
So I don't. For me, being introduced to this character, this movie, and yeah, Harry is very connected to this book, and it's weird that all the other books are incorrect. Like, why? Why is that? Why is that a thing?
What do you
All the
mean?
other books, like for that what was it? Liquid Death
Yeah.
potion. Like, it was slightly off on all the other books, and it's like they were teaching you wrong on purpose.
What do you mean?
Like, yeah, everyone was following the directions of the book, and it says, "Oh, to cut that thing," and he goes, "Oh no, that says to crush it," and then Hermione's like, "No, it says to cut it," and so the book is giving wrong instructions for this potion, but maybe for all of them.
Maybe not intentionally, but
I think
I don't understand why that would be a thing. It's
I mean,
weird.
good question. That's a good question.
Weird. Like, I didn't understand that. That was
But like
weird.
sometimes theory versus practice can be different.
Yeah. But you definitely would want the next edition that would correct that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. But like,
Yeah.
so then imagine the changes in editions don't happen often. If Snape's book is still there all these years after, do they change editions often then?
I guess not.
No.
But that was a funny scene too. Where like, oh, just grab one from the little cupboard, and then they're like, see a good one and the bad one, and they're just fighting over. That was funny right there.
I mean,
and then
yeah.
Harry just hits him with the other book.
Yeah, that was good. That was good humor. I think I would change the title of this movie to like The Unbreakable Vow or something like that.
That's pretty good too.
That's a pretty good. It's not as catchy as a Half-Blood Prince, but I think The Unbreakable Vow plays a bigger part, or it plays a pretty big part in the movie
Mm-hmm.
with Snape and
Malfoy.
You get the sense that Snape is still like a Death Eater, but when he's doing the vow, like all the questions he answers pretty quickly, except for that last question,
Right.
and he's just like pauses for a second, but he goes through with it.
Yep.
If he were to like chicken out at that point, does
He
he
would
die? He dies at that point, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He's outed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Another
he
reason why
has to-
Harry had to participate in the Triwizard Cup. Unbreakable magic.
okay. All right. Yeah. That solved that problem right there.
Yeah.
So that was cool. The bond, that unbreakable vow,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't tell you at the beginning what the deed is that Malfoy has to do. You just kind of figure it out as you go along. As the necklace is supposed to be delivered to Dumbledore, I think the drink is supposed to be a gift to Dumbledore. Is there one third object that I'm trying to remember that they're trying to give to Dumbledore, or no?
Not in the movie.
Okay, so those two things. So someone's trying to get rid of Dumbledore in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And at the beginning, I thought that Slughorn was going to be a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
He kind of is.
sort of, right? But
He's
not.
mostly selfish guy.
He's a little bit selfish, but he's not.
Prejudiced.
He's yeah,
Even though he says he's not.
yeah,
He's definitely the, like, I have black friends.
yeah. But he's mainly just there. He's shameful of his memory, right? That he's trying to hide.
Yep.
Yeah.
That he teaches the big bad a way to keep himself alive or powerful.
Yep.
Okay.
Both.
Yeah. Yeah. Just weird connections between Voldemort and Orochimaru with curse marks and Horcruxes. Is like
Right.
definitely some connection here. Naruto had some inspiration from here. But that's a cool reveal like that. I knew of them, and I don't believe I've seen this movie before. I think this is the first time I've seen this movie, but I have seen one. I think I've seen part one of Deathly Hallows in
Mhm.
theaters, Yeah, one of my friends invited me, and I was like, I have no idea what these movies are.
What's going on?
But they didn't want to go with the group of friends that they were going with, so they invited me, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I just remember like the ending scene of the next movie, and that's like, what is this? I think I can piece it together because I can see like the image in my head,
the overall.
but I don't know. I know one person's involved. I just don't know who the other person is. I think I can guess who it is.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later because I don't want to spoil it, even though it's what 2010, 2011.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I forgot which
it's like the
year.
very ending. I think it's the last scene of the movie.
I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what year they came out.
2000
I know we were still in high school when I watched one of the.
This
parts.
was 2011 then, because the person I went with was a senior, and I was a junior, so it's
So
2010,
Part 2 had to have come out.
11.
Or
So
12.
I don't.
10,
yeah.
11.
I actually, ironically, I don't think I saw Part 1 in theaters. I know I saw Part 2 in theaters.
Mhm.
though.
Interesting.
That was huge.
Interesting. Yeah, this is like I went with a couple movies with a group of friends. We went to go see Iron Man 2, Vampires Suck, and this one. And I didn't really like going, but the person that wanted me to go, we were pretty good friends, and so I went because she was not comfortable going with these group of guys. So
Mhm.
yeah. No, it wasn't you guys. It wasn't you guys.
I just said I didn't see this one in theaters.
It was it was tennis people.
Okay.
It was a group of tennis friends. It was not. What do you-
scummy tennis guys.
Hey, that's me.
Who would have thought?
No, you were. Albert wasn't. Me and
Albert Witt?
me and Albert were in tennis, but he was not part of this group.
No.
Sorry to go on that
Would
tangent.
you change the movie title
I feel like it.
or the title of the book?
I feel like it's too ingrained. Yeah, as far as the movie goes, probably because you're always thinking about this unbreakable vow. I think more than the Half-Blood Prince's influence on Harry in this movie. I kind of agree.
The Half-Blood Prince made the unbreakable vow.
True. I mean, that's where the connection is, but unless you already know about it, you don't put that together.
Yeah.
And in the movie, Harry doesn't care too much or searches for who the identity is.
I think this movie did the book like this is the worst book to movie
Mhm.
representation.
Yeah, I heard that some people really, really like this book, and some people didn't really like the movie because it wasn't like a direct.
Yeah.
They made a
book
lot
is
of changes
really
to
good.
it.
The book is really good.
The book is, yeah.
Sadly, I'm almost done with the Order of the Phoenix one.
How long are the audiobooks, like hour wise?
I think I can. Oops, sorry. I can look it up real quick because Audible. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Imagine. So book 6 is 18 hours long.
I figure it's gonna be about 17, 20 hours long.
Whoopsies.
Copyright.
Started
No,
playing.
oh, no.
Started playing. Book 5 is where's the time on this?
16 hours and 32 minutes.
It's so long.
Longer?
It's like the
What-
longest book.
It's one of the biggest books. Yeah,
yeah.
20 plus?
26 hours.
Whoa,
Yeah, it's fat.
that's crazy.
Other books, if you want to know, book 4 is 20 hours. Book 3 is
16.
11 hours.
It's like the shortest book.
What? It's inconsistent.
Book 1 is 8 hours. Let's see. Book 2,
13.
9 hours.
Oh. I was like, yes, I got it right.
And then the Deathly Hollows is
That one's pretty big, I would think. It's probably like 19.
21.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, it was decently close.
They're all around like the except for the first couple.
The first couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like 8, 11, and the rest are like 16 plus. Then there's a 26er in there.
Yeah.
And that's Order of the Phoenix? That's 26?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's good though. It's really worth
Yeah.
the listen.
So that book is probably like huge
Oh,
compared
it's
to
a
the
chunky
rest.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
chunky thing.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Like you have the book, you have the box set. You see them all across, and in the middle is
That's weird. Usually the last ones are typically, I think you.
it like slowly gets bigger and bigger, and then
yeah.
Order of the Phoenix just, and then they get shorter and
and
shorter.
then start shrinking back down.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is the climax of where Voldemort comes into play,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of the, like it talks about all of the political ties and relationships that builds up the Order of Phoenix.
Okay.
And then Half Blood Prince is just kind of more like back down to just leading up into the Deathly Hollows.
Filler episodes with
Yeah.
the love stuff.
In the books, without trying to spoil too much, like I said, they go through like a lot more memories
Yeah.
using the pensive.
I heard that they do 2 in this, but in the book there's like 7 memories.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot more.
and it leads in, since you already know about the Horcruxes.
Yeah.
It leads into like them discovering what Horcruxes are.
Like
yeah,
yeah,
that
what
he's
it-
using.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one was the journal.
The first one they found was the journal.
Okay. The second one, was it the necklace or what
No.
was it?
It was the ring.
Oh, it's the ring. When did they find that one?
Dumbledore finds it off screen.
Oh,
And
okay.
destroys it off screen.
Destroys it off string. Okay.
It's also one of the memories that they go back and look at
Okay.
in the book.
In the book. Okay. And then the third one that they find, but it's fake,
Is
is
the locket.
The lock. Okay. The locket. Yeah. Okay. That was a pretty interesting scene there with he has to give him the water out of it's
Potion.
poison or if it's just cursed or what it is, but and then it's weird how he can't grab water. Is it only meant for that liquid that he can grab, or what's the reasoning behind why he can't grab that water with the shell?
The point is for them to go to the water so that the zombies can.
Yeah, so it's a trap.
Yeah.
So does he need water, or does he just really want water?
He needs it.
He needs,
needs
it.
it.
The potion compels him to drink water.
So could he not just cup water in his hands?
Can you cup water in your hand?
Yeah, but why didn't he just cup water?
I don't know.
But can you cup water in your hand?
I can cup water in my hands.
Okay, now do that with a wand in your hand.
Wait, why don't you need the wand? The water does the water disappear if you don't constantly?
How do you get the water in your hand?
like that?
Okay.
But where's the water?
Inside of the.
Nope. It's not gonna work
What are you talking about?
because you cannot get water from that thing.
Only the shell does it, or I'm super confused.
You purposely can't scoop.
Nothing can scoop the water from that little.
Oh, nothing can scoop it, so it's
It's
just
cursed.
Oh, only the cursed water can.
Only the potion was able to be scooped up by the shell. Nothing else can get scooped
It
up.
would have made sense
Yeah.
to use the shell to put water in the shell, but I'm assuming that would have been cursed.
Or
too.
you just like
Yeah.
open wide,
Yeah.
waterfall.
You also got to think of like the situation they're in. He's probably not thinking in his right mind.
He's stressed. Harry's stressed. Dumbledore's stressed.
When I see that scene and that
Yeah.
lake and that boat that they pull using a chain, the last thing I want to do is touch
Go
that
anywhere near-
water. That's the
Yeah.
last thing I want to do. So I'm going to think a little bit. Even if I have to put water in my glasses and give you it, like, I'm going to figure out another way to give you water before I get
I think you overestimate yourself.
3 feet. I don't think I
Harry,
do.
I mean, like we can't, since it's not a book, we can't see or hear what Harry is thinking about.
Yeah.
But Harry is obviously hesitant about going to this water.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're pretty dumb as a teenager.
I'm thinking. I was okay. I was smarter than most teenagers.
Yeah, but still dumb.
Trying to think.
Harry's one like I think what Harry's one of the smarter kids in his class, even though they don't really show it.
Oh, even though he cheats in his potions class.
He also admits he's not good at potions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although that could also be because of biased teaching, but that's neither here nor there. He's not a dumb student
No.
by
No.
any means.
He just forgets his book on day one.
He never had the book.
Oh, it was
He
a
didn't-
last minute
he didn't-
teacher.
yeah, he
How did
didn't-
everyone else get the book?
Okay, were you not paying attention to that scene at all?
I guess not.
So in the previous year they took their owls, right?
Yeah.
Owls is like if you get a certain grade on the owls, you can either continue depending on that
Ron-
teacher's like
Yeah.
curriculum. You can either continue on in
Yeah.
those classes or not. Harry did not like get the I think it's called like Newt or NEWTs
Yeah.
or I forget what it is.
Yeah, it's Newt.
Yeah. He didn't exceed. He was just passing. So with Snape, he had to get exceeding.
Yeah.
But with the last minute change, he didn't know that the standard was lowered.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, he had that free period. Him and
Yeah.
Ron did. Okay, and so that's why they're
Mhm.
thrown in last minute. Okay. All right. There you go. There's the answer right there.
Snape is like the AP course, and Slughorn is just the
Regular.
regular potions course.
One's the UH and one's the T.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just kidding.
Read the books.
Yeah. I feel like I need to rewatch this movie again, but I need to find a fan edit without the romance, or maybe better pace with the romance.
I feel like the romance is important for us to
It adds
want
characterization.
we want to care about these characters even more because of the next couple movies.
Yeah.
It's important.
Maybe I'll just watch it on a different day, and maybe I'll have a different opinion on it. But there's good things to this movie. The acting from like most of the characters, Dumbledore, Draco, Snape, like they all do like fantastic jobs in the emotions they're portraying and the situations that they're in. I think they all like acting for the most part is super solid,
Yeah.
and I can't complain about that. I just think some of the choices and some of the things they focus on, I would have wanted less of and more of the main serious stuff. I mean, it's not serious with Hermione and Ron and the tension there with her name is Lavender. Like that's a good scene where Ron's nervous and he goes, "Oh, let me just." And she's, "Oh, you just poured some of that lucky liquid or whatever potion in there, and it's a placebo effect, and he just does it naturally." And
Trivia: Ginny and Ron this is their second year on the Quidditch team.
yeah, second year.
Things happen in the previous book, and
Yeah,
yeah,
they skipped over in the movie.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there's some good stuff in here. The only reason why I rated it at 4.5 was because I rather watch 1 and 2 before this one. Because I felt like there's magic in those movies, and even though they're kind of goofy and
There's magical romance in this movie.
no, there's no.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
So I rather watch the first two, but this one has a more serious tone. There's darker stuff to it. You start learning about some of the Horcrux lore, and you get some more Tom Riddle like character development. So there's really good stuff in this one. I just overall, it's like a half good movie and then a half cringe movie for me. So it's probably closer to a 5, but just to distinguish 1 and 2 being better, in my
Mhm.
opinion, I put it right there. It's probably close to like 4.9. Just like
Yeah. Slightly worse.
slightly worse.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I do agree that the choices of the like what they added in the movie versus what is in the books is interesting.
Yeah. I just need to read the books, but after these two movies, I will either buy the physical copies or buy the audiobooks, and I'll go through them. And we can
Or
talk
borrow
about
his
it.
Audible account or something.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about it. But
Yeah, we don't do that stuff.
Oh yeah, cut that out. Cut that out. We're not sharing.
I usually like to support the stuff that I enjoy or that I want to see more of, and I think Harry Potter is a good enough IP that I would support. I don't know if
I never thought I'd hear the day.
I don't know if the movies are my favorite, but I think from what I hear, the books are much better. So I'm interested in supporting the better version of the story.
I think starting from, I mean, they all add more detail, but I definitely think starting from Prisoner of Azkaban
Yeah,
on, it's a lot better.
yeah. The bigger books, they add more detail as opposed to like the skinnier
Some
1
of
and
the-
2.
Some of the side characters have more time in the books that they don't get in the movies. The relationship between like Sirius and Harry is more developed in the books. They talk a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Harry's overall characterization is portrayed better in the books. Ironically, like in this one, they just kind of, or in the movies, they just kind of show him as like your average everyday student, who occasionally gets a little angry, but he actually has a lot more like temper tantrums. He's a lot more smarter than what people see in the movies. So.
Yeah. All right. So after the cursed water, Dumbledore starts. For some reason, he like gets the energy or the will to fend off all the dead creatures,
Mm-hmm.
and then they teleport back to Hogwarts, and that's when Draco invites the Death Eaters in through the teleporting
Cabinet.
The vanishing cabinet, yeah.
the vanishing cabinet. I was just curious to see like there was a mystery behind the vanishing cabinet when he puts the apple in, and then he opens it and it's gone, and he reopens it and there's a bite out of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
who was at the other end? Was it the Death Eaters at the other end, or was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was something worse. I don't know. I thought it was
His job was, one, let them in, two,
Yeah.
kill Voldemort.
kill
Or
Dumbledore. He's a double agent.
Triple agent.
So after that they go back, and then Dumbledore and Harry are talking, and then they hear someone coming up, so he tells them to hide, and then Draco comes up and he's like,
He's ready.
he's ready to do it, and then all the Death Eaters are there like cheerleading him on, like
Witness it.
Yep. And then Snape comes up and essentially saves Draco,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Fulfills the vow.
Fulfills the vow. But Dumbledore says, Snape, please. And it's a weird please. It's not like a
Yep.
it's not like a please don't do this. It's like a please you should do this. Or you should, like, I don't know if it's weird.
That's why it's so good.
It's so weird because there's things like that, like with Snape's emotions and the way he portrays, and there's some hesitancy there, and then here there's a weird undertone that I'm trying to catch on to, but I can't find. And for some reason, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure Dumbledore is actually dead, but for some reason I feel like he's not dead.
Oh, he's dead.
He's
But
dead.
I feel like he's like in my head, I like the way he dies, and you don't see his face, or he's still alive when he's falling. Like I was like, I feel like he's not dead. They did like some weird shadow clone jutsu or something, and
I don't like the direction of them showing him like falling like that. He should
Right.
just
He
he
should
should
just
be dead. Yeah.
yeah.
He can fall and
Yeah.
it can be dramatic, but he's dead as soon as the curse hits him.
It should be that instantaneous. Yeah.
But they've done stuff like that to add dramatic
Yeah.
effects to this whole
Yeah,
series.
movies. Yeah, they fly through the city on brooms
Yeah.
near the boat. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. The curse that,
But you're getting onto something there between Snape and Dumbledore, though.
yeah,
You are.
yeah. There's something there. the spell or the thing that Harry does to Draco in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? It just hurts him really bad, or does it kill him? Is that?
It hurts him really bad.
I feel like that's
He could
another.
have died if they didn't.
They
find him.
didn't. Yeah, he would have bled out or something. But that's and the whole reveal is, oh, I'm the Half-Blood Prince. Like that's his book. Those are his spells. Those are his. Like that was
Notes.
kind of cool, but I felt like it just wasn't enough for me.
Right. They could have played it.
They
out,
could have played
that
it out
connection.
better,
Uh-huh.
or they could have a different title. Like Unbreakable Vow is pretty good, but I don't think you can name the movie like Horcruxes or like
No.
that's a pretty
That's a
big
reveal.
spoiler. So, or like no, even like Shattered Souls or something like that. That's
But
so
see,
weird.
The thing is like when you're watching or reading this book, there's two potential people
There's a
there's
couple.
one potential person that everyone thinks is the Half-Blood Prince,
Yeah.
and then it ends up being a self-proclaimed thing,
Yeah.
which I like,
yeah.
because the other potential person is Voldemort himself.
Yeah.
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 So
Makes sense.
like everyone, because we're spending so much time watching and like him discover more about Tom Riddle, we think that he's the Half-Blood Prince,
Yeah.
and then it's actually someone within his.
General vicinity, like
Yeah.
right there. Imagine Ron's a Half-Blood Prince. I'm like, not kidding.
Well, we know Ron's pure blood.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, Half-Blood Prince. It just means that your mom or your dad was a Muggle. That's
Uh-huh.
all it is.
Half blood.
Half-Blood. So Harry's half-blood as well. Think he is, right?
Yes.
His mom is a
Yes.
Muggle and his dad's a wizard.
I mean, both his parents.
Oh, they're both
are-
wizards,
No,
But his
but
mom is.
human-born or something. What do they call it?
They're all humans.
Sorry.
His mom was
Muggle-born.
half. Yeah, his mom was Muggle-born.
Oh yeah,
Like
but
none
no,
of her family.
yeah, she's a Hermione,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. What's it?
Mudblood.
Mudblood.
Mudblood. Yeah.
That's
okay.
the derogatory term.
Mudblood. Yeah.
There's another term for it. I don't know. what
Is it worse?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
Because like they finally name drop the derogatory term for the opposite with Professor Filch. They call him a squib,
A squib.
which means that you're a
non-magic person born from a magic family.
yeah
Oh, that's worse. I think.
yeah.
Like you're like, oh, your parents were great wizards, but you're nothing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what his neighbor across the street is as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's how she can see Dementors.
Oh, okay. So, how
Fig,
does
yeah.
that work with Finch?
Fig.
Filch.
Filch.
No, the lady across the street.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mrs.
But-
Fig.
But Filch
Mm-hmm.
is essentially a normal human with magical parents.
Mm-hmm.
He's allowed to be in the wizard world.
Yeah.
He knows of the wizard.
He knows
world,
of it,
yeah.
but it's because his parents were wizards. He was grandfathered in essentially.
He was born into it.
but not what they don't. Could regular humans like Muggle-borns with no magic? Is there a term for that? Or
I don't think so.
no, it's just a human.
That's
Could they?
that's just a muggle.
Yeah, it's just a Muggle. Can they invite them in if they
Yeah.
really like
If
them?
they really,
If they really-
wanted
but
to,
it's- there's really
I think
no-
They show that in
But there's laws against that. But like
Yeah.
they show that in
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts.
Mm. Are the movies any good?
No,
I feel like
the
there's
first
good,
one.
there's good action in in those movies
Yeah,
because they show stuff between Dumbledore and some other characters.
yeah.
But story wise,
The main bad guy is like a different guy a different actor every.
It's
film.
not even Tom Riddle. Like it's not.
No, it's a
doesn't-
completely
this is
different.
before. This is a
Oh,
prequel
before.
Yeah.
or a pre-series.
How old is Voldemort at this point? Like late 30s, early 40s.
Probably 30s.
He's older.
So it's been like 20 years since. No, well, I mean 12. Since Harry, basically Harry, he's been
He's
bad-ish.
older. He's older than.
He's about as old
Harry's
as
parents.
he's about as old as
I'm just gonna-
Yo, wizard Harry.
Hagrid.
Hagrid. He's about as old as Hagrid because they went to school together.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So, but yeah, you're right, John. Probably 40s, 50s.
Mhm.
50s?
Yeah.
He looks so young with his snake-like
Oi.
complexion. The no
Calculating
nose
this
and the hair.
duration, Voldemort was 71 years, 4 months, 2 days
What?
when he died.
Oh yeah, dates are crazy in Harry Potter world.
71 years old?
I mean, Dumbledore's like 150-ish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So wizards just
Hagrid's
live a
about
little
60
bit
years old, so that makes sense.
longer. Oh, okay.
Hagrid's about 60 years old. I think in that Tom Riddle diary flashback, Hagrid was like a first or second year, and Riddle was
7th year, I
Like
think.
a-
or
yeah,
sixth
because he
year.
was like a prefect at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This movie, even though it's not my favorite by far, it adds enough to
The series.
the story moving forward and the series moving forward that I'm looking forward to part 1 and part 2. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't wait. I watched them yesterday. We were gonna try to record all of them today, but
Yeah, this one
it was just too long.
Yeah, this one put me to sleep. So, I definitely could not
Yeah.
I had to stop, pause, get up and walk around and then come back to it
Yeah.
so I could finish the movie. Like I said, if this was theaters today, I would have walked out of this movie at like not knowing like the ending and stuff like that. I would have walked out of this movie and I would have missed out. So,
Good thing we have a podcast where it forces you to stay.
Talk about it. Yeah, my favorite sequence was, I think John and I agree, the Liquid Luck
Yeah.
sequence after he drinks it.
yeah.
It's so funny to me.
It's so funny.
It's
It's
such a
it's
stark-
just so much fun. I think what makes it even more fun is like this entire movie, the like shading is a lot darker
Yeah.
than previous movies,
Yeah.
which in the trivia it's said that it tried to bring back the brightness, but I didn't feel that way at all.
No.
And then like he's just so bubbly.
yeah.
Like
Yes.
he just walks by that group of people. He's just like, "Hey!" He just randomly shouts it.
Yeah.
And
As he's
then
leaving
they-
the common
they-
room.
Yeah, they have this like entire plan where Hermione goes over like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go talk to Professor Slughorn, and then he's just like, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm gonna go see Hagrid. And I think what adds to it is you don't really see Hagrid too much in this movie.
yeah.
And so then he goes down and he walked through the front doors, which it's getting late, so he shouldn't even be allowed to go through the front doors.
Yeah.
And he sees Slughorn stealing stuff for academic
Yeah.
purposes, and he's just like, okay, like this is the person you're supposed to be talking to. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna go to Hagrid's now. He just completely
Yeah.
tries to leave this guy.
You want to come along?
Yeah,
come
you can
along.
come along if you really care that much.
Yeah.
And then they find Aragog.
Yeah. And he wants the venom for educational purposes too, and he snaps the fang off.
Yep.
Oh,
Just here.
you want me to say a couple of words? What does he ask if he was if he had family or something like that?
Mhm.
Does he have family? Yeah.
Though your body may decay. The way he says it too is really good.
He sounds like Mike Myers doing a poem. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's
it's
weird.
so good.
Sing
Yeah.
songy poem voice.
Yeah.
Your spirit carries on.
Carries on.
Uh,
I just heard Mike Myers in that scene from I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah,
sequel.
yeah, yeah.
And maybe it's a British like happy singing thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and then they go and they're like drinking and singing that song,
Yeah.
which was sad. Harry's just sitting there gleefully, like happy, like
He's
listening.
still
to
under the effect of the
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah.
How much he claps at the end.
And then Hagrid passes out, and Slughorn tries to justify himself.
Yeah.
And then like it just gets more back to that more serious tone, which was nice too.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
talk about the fish, how like the fish was given to him by
His mom.
His
his mom, and the day it vanished was the day that she died.
Yeah.
And then Harry's just like not telling me, not giving me this memory is just disrespectful to her memory because she sacrificed herself, and
Yeah.
her sacrifice would go in vain if you don't. So
Yeah. Help me out. Yeah. No, that all that stuff is good. All that stuff is good. Like the main story.
it's the pincers.
The picture. Oh,
I forgot about that part.
I forgot about that too. Yeah.
Spiders misunderstood creatures.
I think it was the eyes.
And then Harry's just like, I think it's probably the pincers, dude.
And he moved it. Way he has his mouth.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is when I was reading the trivia as well, Daniel Radcliffe said that he felt this is his worst performance in the Harry Potter series, and a lot of it is because at the time he was like dealing with alcoholism.
Yeah.
But
That's what I
like
heard.
he has some really good moments in this movie. So
Yeah. I heard he was having a drinking problem as well during this movie, which it's kind of weird. How old is he actually in this movie versus his character?
mid-20s
I'm
probably.
sure early to mid-20s.
Okay, but he's supposed to be how old?
I think
15 or 16?
15 or
16.
'Cause I
16?
think.
6 years 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
7th year 17.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he started when he was 11.
Yeah.
So
Kind of sad what actors go through, the stress they go through. Whatever happens is kind of sad.
I mean, yeah,
Especially kid actors.
Yeah, from the previous trivia from the last movie, and it was kind of in this movie too, is Emma Watson wasn't going to come back for this movie because she felt outcast because she's a female in a mostly male group. So
And so your answer is to make it more male? What?
they
You're
would
the
have
main.
they would have recasted Hermione.
As much as I like Emma Stone more than Emma Watson, she's integral to this. She's integral to the series. Like, you can't leave.
But she doesn't care about that.
Nothing to do with the Emma
She
Watson.
doesn't care about that. I don't know why.
I think
Stone has
yeah,
anything to do
that
with
was
it.
kind of her deciding factor as well. Is that like it would be weird to see a different actor in the last 3 movies. So
Yeah.
actress, I mean, excuse me.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
They would have just
You
killed
have
off
to-
Hermione.
You had to write her off, like kill her off, or she's like,
couldn't.
You
I'm
couldn't.
tired.
She's too important to the story. You'd
Yeah.
have to recast her.
Is there anyone you think could replace Emma Watson?
Even when reading the books, I just see Emma Watson.
All
Yeah.
3 characters now. I just see
Yeah.
their
Those-
actors.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's impossible. It'd be super weird because that's the character. It's like Wolverine is Hugh Jackman. Like, it's gonna be weird to get a new Wolverine. It's gonna be weird to get a new Tony Stark. It's gonna be super weird.
You
Getting
didn't like
that.
the conversation between Ron and Harry about why Dean Thomas liked Ginny?
That was
Oh,
funny.
the skin. That was just such a weird.
But that makes so
but
much
it makes sense for
awkward
teenagers.
Sense for yeah.
Yeah.
Harry doesn't want to admit that, like, to Ron, that he has feelings for his sister
Yeah.
But why would you say she has nice skin?
because he
That's
he
a
doesn't know
weird-
what to say.
How do you know what my sister's skin feels like? I'd have been like, what are you
Well,
doing?
visually.
Visually,
sister. Oh.
you could have nice skin.
Not physically.
Yeah.
Visually.
My mind would have been like, I'm about to beat up the chosen one right now.
But that's why Harry's being obtuse about it.
Yeah. Yeah. The first thing I said to my wife when I met her was, you have awesome eyes.
First thing I said to one of my exes is, "Why are you such a loner?"
But yeah, I think I understand that
awkward,
now
awkward.
because I don't want to say, you don't want to be too like direct, like, oh, you have beautiful eyes, because I don't know this person. I don't know how this person's gonna react. But Harry's trying to be the same way about it. I can see that now. Yeah. And then he goes on about
You were in your 20s then too. That's the crazy thing. They're teenagers still.
yeah. I'm still a teenager.
At heart, yeah.
Yeah. And then does Ron say that He goes, Hermione has nice skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that. Yeah,
That's him subconsciously
yeah.
connecting those dots.
At that point, he's in the under the love spell still.
No,
Or no,
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 no.
no. Is that a
That's
different scene?
another good scene too.
Yeah, Ron. He's
It-
like looking at the moon and stuff.
He's like, I think I love her.
Oh, remember when he asked Hermione, "Oh, we can go together." And he goes, "Oh no, I've already." Yeah, but this, he goes, "Oh, she only wants to go with you, but she thinks she's the chosen one." But I have the chosen one. He's like, he's so excited.
See, the romance is becoming a little bit more good cringe for
The
you.
acting, not the romance, the acting.
But that's just teen romance, which
Yeah. It's not as bad as I thought. It's a 4.9 for sure. But
I'll make sure to adjust that in your scores.
the
Bumping my mic.
the actress that plays, I don't know her, I can't remember her name, but
Which one?
yeah,
Romilda Vane.
yeah, she is very beautiful. I think,
Yeah.
but she's like she doesn't play a big part in this movie, but
2
I
years
think
younger
if-
than Harry.
if I had to choose, like the most attractive
Sure.
witch in this movie, it would be her.
Okay.
She's in The Witcher, from what I can tell. She's in The Witcher.
She's The Witcher.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked as a trivia for The Witcher whenever we do that.
She's very beautiful in The Witcher too.
The Witcher's
Yeah.
good. At least
Yeah.
the first season.
I can't tell
And the second season.
she's
Oh.
British, but I can't tell like she's like has a very unique look to her.
Yeah, the freckles.
The
dude.
freckles.
The freckles on a tan skin is a very.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like that's a kryptonite to me. Colored eyes, freckles on a tanner skin, and the Asian persuasion. my wife
nice
always
back.
nice bag, nice calves. My wife always jokes around like, oh, she's like, I was never Asian enough for you. I'm like, what are you talking about? I
Oh.
chose you. Like you're so.
The complete opposite of Asian. I still chose you.
I think
Which was sad.
I don't know what it is, but I think physical attraction is partly genetic or
Yeah.
maybe it's influenced by your parents, a little bit of both maybe. But my dad always had like Asians are very attractive, and I was like, that's kind of weird, but I think the same thing.
I think there's a lot to do with
Society,
societal,
right? Society,
like subconscious as
yeah,
well.
for sure. Yeah, I was like, that's very weird that he said that because I had the same feeling at one point in time. Well, no, not. It's still a little. It's still there, but. But this is the unbreakable vow that I took. So, the Asian curses. I don't know if I should say that. The Asian spells. The Asian spells will not work on me.
It's not great either,
The-
but okay.
The Asian magic.
Oh,
I'm just digging a
You
deeper hole.
Stop talking.
I'm digging my grave now.
Like I'm sitting here like just looking at stuff and you're just making it worse.
The thing about me is, as
Once you start talking, you just don't shut up. Oh,
I have
no.
a small filter, but it could be a lot worse. So you're lucky that there's no mind reading spell because I'd be in trouble. I'd be canceled. Isn't there a truth serum in Harry Potter? Like,
Mhm.
did we see it?
There's
Which movie?
multiple, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a movie that we see it in?
Yes.
Which
they,
one?
They talk
Which
about
one?
it.
Goblet of Fire, we see it.
Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Which character is it used on?
Barty Crouch Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They
Also used on Cho Chang in the 5th movie.
Yeah.
Cho Chang.
Yeah.
Uh,
Rita, not Rita. Who uses it?
Dolores.
Yeah.
Dolores.
Uses it on Cho.
Is it hard to make that potion?
Mm-hmm.
They could have, if they had some, they could have used it on Slug. Oh no, but his memory's tempered with. That's the thing.
He self-tempered that memory.
So he has to undo the magic that tempers it, so they could figure it out. So he has to willingly give it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think you have to willingly give up memories.
Yeah, you can't
because
extract them.
they're those white tiered.
They're the like hair things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to like.
It's like it looks painful,
probably is. I don't know.
Maybe.
or it takes concentration or force or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to willingly give them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if, for example, Snape or Dumbledore tried to use Obliviate, they still couldn't get the memory.
What's Obliviate do?
No, Obliviate? No.
That's a
That's the
the forgetful
No, okay, so Legitimens.
Legilimens,
yeah.
Yeah.
What does that do?
The memory
That's the
prime.
memory when Harry's practicing like with
Snape.
Snape.
When Snape is tasked to train Harry to block out Voldemort from his memory,
Yeah.
from his mind,
Yeah.
Snape uses that spell to go into Harry's mind.
Yeah.
And I was thinking if Snape or Dumbledore could use that spell to get
But
into
they're gonna get the same, or maybe
memory.
another fake version of it. I
Right.
don't know. Maybe there's like antivirus magic thing on his
Firewall.
brain, a firewall on his
I
brain.
mean, you can definitely block it. That's the whole purpose of the training. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's thought out. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to rewatch his movies with my wife because she hasn't seen past 3, so we're gonna have to rewatch them again. So I'll get to see this movie again, probably in like a month or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With that being said, do you have anything else to say?
I like the music in this movie a lot.
The music, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna download the album.
The soundtrack is good.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Overall, it was a dip for me, but I'm hoping that part 1 and 2 of 7 is on par with at least part 3 for me.
There are some slow burn parts in these 2 movies.
Yeah.
But I feel it's purposeful.
Yeah.
You might think differently.
No,
So,
I
like-
think it's purposeful too.
So like so part 5 was the climax of the series, and then it went down, and then book 6 is like slowly increasing.
Yeah.
Part 1 of book 7 is gonna be slowly increasing, and then I
Seven's
think
just gonna blow up.
after part 2 is a lot of just
Action.
action and
Yeah.
stuff.
Part
yeah.
1, there's going to be some low points for Harry.
Yeah. I don't remember anything except for the last scene. We'll talk about it after the podcast.
Mhm.
No. Let's just save it for the next.
Yeah, we can say that. Okay.
Save it. Yeah.
With that being said, Jugs and Plugs, subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. How do you guys feel about the Half-Blood Prince? What would you guys call this book if you could change the title?
I changed the title to Trish.
No. Unbreakable Vow is pretty good, though.
Harry Potter and Trash.
And the half full Trish.
In the half
Can.
full Trash.
Can.
Unbreakable
The
Vow is
Chamber of
pretty good.
Trash.
Chamber of Trish. That's the title of
The Book of Trash.
the book.
The only reason why I don't like the
Val.
Unbreakable Vow is because that's not the mystery of the book.
Yeah, there's not much mystery there.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit about what Malfoy has to do, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think we all kind of.
it's supposed to be more about Voldemort, not Dumbledore or Slughorn.
In Trace romance.
Trish romance.
Okay, yeah. This has been the Legendary Sip Podcast, and join us next time for the Deathly Hollows. We're gonna do part 1 and part 2 together.
Separate episodes, but no, it's the same
I thought we were gonna do the same
big episode.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be short an episode this month, right? That's why we were gonna do the monkeys.
That's why we were gonna do
that
the
sounds
monkeys.
weird.
We'll talk about it after the episode.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Doing red turtles, now we're doing monkeys. How much money would it take for you guys to do a monkey?